Hi crafty people, this is Ellen with EGI Designs. Today I'm going to make a winter kind of a card, and I'm going to make a background, and I'm using this new Waffle Flower Frosty textured die, and I'm going to emboss this into the paper, and then we're going to use some of the Lisa Horton pigment powders. The Color Explosion Powder, and I have Teal Water, Silver Surprise Shimmer, and Summer Blue, and hopefully that will give us kind of an icy feel. I wanted to emboss this in the paper before I did the powders because I kind of want the powder to pool up in the embossed areas. I'm using Tim Holtz Distress Watercolor paper today. So let me get this embossed and I will be right back. Okay, and this is what we are left with once we run that through. And it doesn't cut the edges, so you can put on any size paper that you want. We will trim up after we do all of our fun play here. But it does have dots, and it has perforations and lots of cool textures on here. So we're gonna get playing. I'm just gonna spray this a little bit, and we're gonna get messy today. So I'm just gonna put some of these powders. If you've never used this before, you can either put the powder on and then spray the water, or you can spray the water and then put the powder on, or you can do a combo of all of the things. So in this case, I had sprayed first just to try to get an idea of where the colors were when I put them down. So, but I am going to add water now, and we'll see how this shakes out. I just love how vibrant the colors are. So we can pick this up, get things moving around a little bit. Alright, let me just give this a dry. I'm going to use my Ranger Heat It tool. Okay, it's pretty crispy. Alright, then we'll clean this up, and I just love working on my glass mat because it is so easy to clean up. This particular one is from Glassboard Studio, and they have lots, like every color, theme, whatever you can imagine. And they have new organizational tools. They have crazy amazing magnets to use with this. And this cleans up so nicely. And so, like, just for an example, I'll show you. So this is one of the Mega Pawn magnets. I'm trying to see if I can find my other one. But it's very, very stuck. I also, I'll show you my new, I have a new ruler magnet, and that is sticky. So if you're trying to place something, you know, perfectly on your project, this ruler would definitely come in handy, because you can hold it down and then you could put whatever it is you need to do on your project. So so we have that, and they have little magnets, they have all kinds of stuff, so you can go check them out. And I do have a coupon code if you look in the description box for that, and you will get a percentage off of your order using my special coupon. Alright, so we have this, and I'm trying to think of, you know, what do we want to do next? And I think I want to use a Snowflake cluster die and put that over the top. So let me go grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, I used on here the Snowflake cluster die from Waffle Flower, and I used the Lawn Fawn, it's kind of like a black, gray, bluish kind of glitter, and I thought that went really well with the teal on that. Let's see, I'm just thinking we need to get that glued down, and we can go ahead and do that. I did cut the panel down to 4 by 5 1/4. Oh, and I did, because this is so intricate, oh my gosh, words, I did use my chrome precision base plates. It's very shiny. I'll just show you the back of it. But it is great when you have something that is this detailed, and it cuts it out beautifully. Alright, let me get glue in this and get that on, and I'll speed this up so you don't have to watch glue dry. Alright, we'll let that get set up and I will figure out sentiment. Alright, I pulled out a bunch of holiday sentiments. I found this one, I really like it. It's the Simon Says Stamp Christmas Blessings. And in there I want to do warm Christmas blessings, especially with the snowflakes. So for whatever reason I hadn't cut these apart yet. So I have the Hero Arts snips. And what you do is these are really small, so you can get in to these really tight spots, and you just snip the wires as close to the die as you can, and then you will be good to go. So I just wanted to show you that in case you didn't know how to do that. So I'm trying to figure out what color background paper to use for this. And also if we should use sparkle embossing powder or something fun like that. Let me have a think. Alright, I pulled out this Dark Night Altenew paper, and it matches very well with the tones in that. And so I'm going to do heat embossing, and I'm going to use some sparkle powder to kind of reflect with that. I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair Nocturne, and I just found a cool secondary use for the ruler. This is actually, because it's magnetic, my die is sticking to that, so that's kind of a fun discovery. Let's see. So I'll show you how to do heat embossing. I just have my mini Misty here. And there's a Waffle flower grip mat to hold my paper, and you put the paper in, and put the stamp on like normal. Pick that up. I'm not sure if I've used this one before. There is a piece of paper in there. I'll try this again. So I'm just rubbing the factory residue off. And then you need anti-static powder. And this one's from Simon Says Stamp. It comes in a little pot, and so I like that. So you put that on your project. And so I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair Nocturne. And this is a pigment ink, so it stays wet longer so that you can put the powder onto it and it will stick. Okay, so I'm going to get my everything set up here. I have the sparkle powder ready to go. And take the lid off. Okay, so you take that out, put it on a paper to catch the powder. See? If you missed a spot, you can just go over it again. And then you just funnel that back in. And you want to make sure you put the lid on before you start embossing, or you could have a big messy problem. And then I just use my Swiffer cloth and get off any of the extra powder. So then we need our heat tool, and so this is a heat gun, and you have two levels, and you want to use the highest level, which is number 2. And I'm going to let this heat up for a minute before I put it to the paper. And because it is glitter embossing, I'm actually going to heat it from the back first, which will help the glitter kind of get locked into the embossing powder. If I went at it from the front, all of the glitter would fly away. So this is going to be loud, but you can see the heating element in there heat up. checking in the light, see if there's any spots that I missed. We look good to go. Okay. Just gonna let that cool for a moment. You don't want to put it in the die cut machine while it's still really hot, because then the embossing will just flatten out. If that does happen to you, you can revive it by just giving it another heating really briefly. And I also found a cool thing before too, is this was so warpy from the water and the heating and everything. When I put my block on here, I put the ruler on, and it's actually still, the magnet is going through all of these layers and holding this down, so it actually provided a flattening effect to the paper. So that was a pretty fun find as well. Okay, so if you look at this, you can still see it's dusty with the anti-static powder tool. So once this is cooled, you can take a microfiber cloth and you just buff it, and it will take off any of the excess powder on there. See? Alright, let me get this cut out and I'll be right back. Alright, when I cut this out, it came out beautifully, but it just is too dark for the card. So I went ahead and I did this one, and I used the Spellbinder's Waterfall to go with that. So we need to make a card base, and we need to get our sentiment on here, and then we will be all set. I do think I'm going to go ahead and use that Dark Knight for the card base, because I thought that was a really good match. Get my trimmer here. I just need to cut this at 5.5. So now it's 8.5 by 5.5, and then you score at 4.25. And I love this trimmer with the ledge here, because you can use that to line up your edges and make sure you're straight. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. And it's fun too, because it's different, you know, it's non-traditional Christmas colors, but I think it still works and it's still fun. Alright, so let's get this put down. I think I'm going to use my black foam tape on here. But I was almost wondering, because it has those holes in there that I was just concerned about having it behind there, but I think it'll be okay. And we need to be careful on the edges, because the perforations for the plate. One of them is right on the corner, so it wants to rip there. So we'll just have to be careful. I have my black foam tape and I have my everyday scissors from Simon Says Stamp, and these are great because they are coated with Teflon, so they will not stick to the sticky stuff. Alright, let me go through and put this on, and I will speed this up a little bit. Okay, that looks so pretty. Alright, and I think for this I'm going to pop this up too, but I'm going to grab the foam squares. And I have the black ones for that as well. Not sure if this is too big. Yes, yes it is. All right. Okay, and I'm gonna apply glue to these to give me a little wiggle room, but also to really make sure that this is sticking, because we have the powdered background and we have glitter paper and all that kind of stuff, so a lot of times it doesn't like to stick. All right. I don't think I'm going to add any embellishments on here, because I think this is sparkly enough. Alright, so I think we are all set with our project. We had the Lisa Horton powders on the background, and we had the honeybee detail, the textured background into that, and then we had the apologies, not honeybee, waffle flower in the background, and then we had the waffle flower cluster on the top, and we used the Simon's stamp Christmas blessings and embossed that, and now we have our card. Let me hold it up and show you the sparkle and the shine, and you can see the pigment powders in the background. This is the silver shimmer. So non-traditional, but I think this turned out beautiful. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and if you could please take a minute to click that subscribe button and help me grow my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. I will list all of the products I used today in the description box. I do have affiliate links, which means that if you click on the link and make a purchase, I may make a small commission at zero extra charge to you. And I really appreciate you shopping through my links and supporting my channel. Come check me out over on Facebook. I post videos, cards, and any crafty sales that I come across, so that's a great resource for you. And until next time, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and have a great day. Bye-bye.